Okay, so today we break it down this interiors. So first we can do like some top view just to better understand what happening here. And again, like I say, it's help when you make it like a simple proportion model. And even here I can see is some kind of square structure, even if maybe I'm little simplify it, but kind of like this anyway. So I can make here square, then will be, you know, it's like if you do like this, one more square here, this thing. So this square is like a quarter of circle, and here will be this stair. So let's go like this. Here this thing go like this. Then if I make, you see it's also kind of helping with this structure, so you can think how to make it simple for yourself. So here I see, oh, we have these squares, and here in the middle, and here is also middle, right? So right from ending of a stair is going line here, or it's just in the mid, going like through middle of this kind of line here. So, and here you make like small square or circle, and this will be this thing. So it's kind of this. So it's kind of this construction, and here is elevator. Here we add little like this, and you can see kind of table on the ground. So this help a lot. So now I can draw here. Так. So let's just make something like this. So I make perspective grid first to show vertical lines, y-axis, to establish this convergence. Then we have x-axis, and z-axis. just Ewers convergence. So the axis even have. Okay, anyway, we'll do outside. We'll do one outside. So it will be kind of this. So here perspective grid, then I can find where I want to put this, my square. So here I do like this. So here will be this thing. I can at first draw it like a box, and after we'll put ellipse inside. Так. Так. So this soft eraser. Так, so I can extend to here. So I see most of stuff already established. So here I draw quarter of circle. Also I need to make this above part here. This. So how to draw this turn stairs? You see we have this top projection, right? And here again you can use this technique which I always suggest for subdivision. Instead of randomly, like, instead of make like random, you can do like this, but it will make more complicated. More convenient it's divide on halves. So let's say I just make this diagonal line here, then I divide half here, and I can also divide each half here. So this is my steps, these threads, right? So I have like 8 threads. So now it's very easy to do it here. So I need this kind of on the ground. So let's say this over here. And it's also convenient, like I need to, because steps, like we have 8 steps, right? So it will be like this. You can also watch, I have many tutorials about steps, about different stairs. So we make this here, so we can use it for H. So, and now what I do, I have these curves, they help me to see direction, and I have these subdivisions. So let's start from here. So I make like this, then following this kind of direction, right? Following this direction, and here, so I intersect this one. Yeah, I should do this, will be better, because I make this mistake here. So we have these lines, right? And this subdivision also better make here, because I kind of start to lost proportions. Better have these subdivisions here too. And if we want, can make some more line here. So okay, again, go here. Kind of this, so just here, size a little too small. Так. So we have railing. Can do this here. Oh, railing is just you can make here this curve. Так. Hello Raymond. Так. So stairs is kind of this case when you really need to build geometry. So here we have so now I can do here like a little bigger square, put ellipse and one more ellipse here. Так. Cable. So I see kind of I want to like explain perspective of different type of environment, like outdoors, indoors, different camera angle. But also I want to show how you can practice, how you can study different artist works, different reference. So it's like you see some picture like this and you kind of think, I want to be able to draw something like this. Okay, most straightforward and fastest approach will be study this picture, like break it down and redraw, and then you can switch it for any other environment. You can draw your own house like this, you can create your own sci-fi. You can make your own concept art. So, and you can see, like here in my drawing, angle a little different because I rebuild it. So I make my own perspective grid. It's similar but not same. It's not like totally 100% same perspective grid. Because in such practice, more important is to practice like building skill, like drawing from a ground, from like drawing structure, instead of just copy superficial like appearance, these lines and stuff. Oh, hello, Nani. So in this way you learn how to extract useful kind of elements from artwork or reference. So it's like you look at reference and you think, okay, I like this like perspective grid, I like this camera angle, and you just take perspective grid from it, but all other is totally different. You just put your own environment inside. Так. to different table. So like with this approach again, like I talking again and again, when you break down, when you see it as a set of parameters, as like kind of compound or a bundle of elements, then you can work with it with like kind of Lego, you know, so it feels more like a game, like a creative process really, because instead of worry about make things right, you just play around. You can put some people there, you can put some stuff, you can move it around, you can move it from one place to another, and it's kind of fundamental. It's work same way with everything. Like when I draw outside, same, like I see environment, but I move everything. Like I move tree, I move cars, like somebody riding bicycle, maybe like I see him for kind of like for 10 seconds or it's all, but I think I like somebody in the like this person on a bicycle there, so I will draw him like if he poses me, right? But he don't pose. He was just like 10 seconds, and the rest of 3 hours it was no bicycle. So you kind of never draw some you never draw just something in front of you. You always arranging kind of and adjusting. So let's say there's somebody was riding bicycle, I don't remember who it was, but I think like in my drawing I wanted to be like couple, maybe like boyfriend girlfriend, they like riding bicycle together, you know, or maybe it's children going home from school. So you can start to choose like what is the narrative there. And this kind of make it process creative because you're making decisions. And it's feel fun because you have surface, like first you have space, then you have some surface, you have some like receptacles, like kind of you can put something inside, you can put something above. So just saying like, okay, here I have some stuff, a place I can drop box here, you know, or let's say they're like for some reason they put motorcycle here, you know, so it feels kind of playful in that sense because I really put it there. Like if some 3D object. So it's like I switch from mode where I worry about make it look good or make it look correct. I switch to mode when I kind of working with real substance. I really put some like books now. I put books on the shelves. I can put some boxes. I can put some books. You know, so and this will happen only when you apply, when you use this kind of systematic analytical approach. So it should be some structures, should be like sequence. So when you know like you first step you're doing this thing, then will be second step you will be do other thing. So like first step I prepare in space, second step I kind of stack in this space, right? I put stuff inside, and first I put like a table in the space, so later I can put some stuff on the table, you know. So, so it's kind of step by step, and we in this sequence provides me like with this ability to feel like it's like I'm working with something real, because I have table, then I put stuff on the table, then I look, oh, maybe I can just drop some stuff around, maybe I add some scratches. I put scratches on a real surface. For me it's already like existing surface, you know. So it feels funny to do. If I don't have this structural thinking, I will always consider it like I am making illusion, like I imitating, and I not really work with real substance. It's not objects, it's always line, and I need to worry about make them correct. I need to worry about, is this angle right, how long this line, like, you know, all this kind of categories is totally ridiculous, like only stress and zero creative process. Так. Yeah, I mean, it's really easy for some extent. Like again, as Kim Jong-il, he say in interview, first you struggle, you need to, like, how to say, it's like there is things we should to do, and if you will try to avoid it, you will just to delay kind of your progress. You will delay your achievement. So Kim Jong-il say, don't try to avoid this struggle stage. Kind of take it, get through it, like be really like, you know, bear it. Don't fear of it, and don't try to find shortcuts. Just go steady and make sure you, like, kind of you make all this proper sequence, right? Like, also like Scott Robertson talking about this, he say always you start slow, always at first it's just slow and careful drawing, when you need to make sure you follow right sequence, you follow technique, and then you will become fluent. Like say in the music, in a sport, in a martial arts, you need first to create this neural network, like making movement right, because if you make right movement, you will create good quality network in your brain. If you will do wrong movement like 1,000,000 times, it's no reason, because you will just make like wrong memory, kind of like fails, like, or you know, this practice will teach you how to repeat mistakes, kind of, right? That's why we don't need to rush at first, get through it. You will feel like you are not talented, like you're kind of in, like, let's say, this voice of demons in your head will tell you like you're like slower and dumber than everybody else, because for them it's so easy, but for you it's so hard. But it's all nonsense. It's hard, kind of, for most of people. And probably somebody is genius, but it's not a requirement. You don't need to be genius to be Mobius. You know, like me, I don't think like Mobius he is a genius. I think he's just a very professional. and hardworking. That's all. Genius is some artists, like some artists from Renaissance. Yeah, there's definitely have genius. Так. And okay, yeah, Andy Ariadi, cool name. Okay, yeah, I will look, make tutorial about Classroom. It's kind of interesting. Before I also, when I needed like long time ago to draw classrooms, they're like feels so mundane to draw because there's so many table chairs. But it's perfect, like it's perfect like to make tutorial about this, because I will back to my old fear of drawing Classroom. Because like for me, you know, drawing tables and chairs it always feels like little boring. It's like, oh my god, like why I need to draw these chairs? So actually it means I can learn how to draw them with fun. How to draw chairs and enjoy it. Sometimes you can also think of this way, like if there is something you don't like to draw but you actually need it because so often you need to draw the stuff, think for some time how you can make it interesting for you. There is so many way how to look at stuff, and you can look at a certain way so it will feels interesting for you. So like for me, like for me start to interesting to draw city environment when I start to look at city environment like it's cyberpunk or other planet kind of design, you know. So just look and say like, oh, what if it's like this building is not a building, it's a spaceship. And I start to look at this, I start to see some patterns, and it's just like spaceship, which is look very much like a building, but it's spaceship. For me, draw spaceship is fun. It's not so boring like a draw building, you know. So, and with this idea, I start to like discover these interesting elements in architecture, which is remind me spaceships, and it make process for me to draw very fun. Then I also was like think, what if it's like this building is like it's like alien pretending to be building, you know. So it's have like right now I drawing it, and this building look at me, and this building thinking about me. So like, hey, why is this guy drawing me? It's, you know, kind of this. So it's like it have real character, it have like mood, so maybe it feels sad or angry or it's tired. And this also kind of help you to detach from boring perception. I get this idea a long time ago from some manga about how to draw manga. There was a story, like some beginner manga artist, he want to kind of, like Bakuman kind of story. He want to publish his manga. He draw manga, very tired, it's like very hard. He's like, oh my god, it's so hard to draw. So kind of exhausting and etc. So he finish his manga, go to editor, and editor look at it, and he's like, bro, it just looks so boring. I see it's like you not really enjoy this process, I can see it in your work. It's like only struggle, not fun. So it doesn't, if it's not interesting for you, why you think it will be interesting for other people? You need go home and try again. Go to your studio. Так. So here, I don't know, will be robot. Pinocchio. So he go back to his home and he try to draw with super cool, exciting manga, and he's like struggle, like why I can't, I'm horrible. And then some kind of fairy appear, like kind of like muse, manga muse, and this fairy tell him, like say, hey man, if you want to have fun, have joy from your work, you need to learn how to have joy from your work. It's like you learn how to draw, but you also need to learn how to draw and enjoy process, how to enjoy this like hard, mundane aspects of a drawing process, how to have fun when you work. You need to learn it. Just have you think about that before? It's like, no, I never think this way. Because where sometimes we even don't have this idea. We think like, okay, everybody just have it. You have it or you not have it, right? When in reality, most of stuff is skill. So be fluent, be little like relax, little relentless, maybe have fun and joy being in the zone when you work. It's also skill. You have it like you make it task for yourself. You say like, okay, I need to draw cars. Maybe for this moment I don't feel comfortable with that, but I want to learn how to draw cool cars and also enjoy drawing cars, have fun drawing cars. Yeah, when you learn structure, when you understand, it's make it easier. If you don't understand, it's kind of very you feel always this kind of lack of understanding. You feel this frustration. Так. So simple pencil, just some sharpener, Faber-Castell. this one here interesting because this, let's show you, this thing, it's y-axis here, right? But this, like a frame, window frame, is follow different axis. It's not vertical, they're tilted. So I will try to show how it works. So let's say, yeah, let's demonstrate here. Let's say, okay, let's say it's kind of 3-point perspective, right? 3-point perspective. So in this room, oops, 3-point. So these lines, they're going to this y vanishing point, this kind of y-axis vertical grid, kind of 4 vertical lines. And what happened when we what happened when we have stuff which is not parallel to walls but tilted, kind of like this, right? So it will have kind of vanishing point higher than this. So it's kind of like on the same axis here but higher. So let's say like this. You see, so let's say again, if we have, it's like this is parallel lines here, right? So it's our, let's say it's a mark, yeah, it's a mark here, right? So and this lines is parallel. They look like they have this convex kind of shape because we have like a strong perspective, right? And what if in this perspective, where I also have some stuff like cereal box with cereal, let's say, right? So we have a lot of stuff in this perspective. So it's parallel vertical lines. How to make inside this mark these walls going tilted? So I will find like vanishing point for this. So now I can use this vanishing point for any edge here or from there. So it gives me this direction, tilted direction. You see, so there is kind of this center line going to y vanishing point, and then you kind of you're finding like how much higher from this vanishing point will be point for your tilted surface. So which will make like, let's say inside cup, is this kind of. Or maybe it's like, it's like this coffee kind of, coffee sink inside cup. So same we are doing here. First find general grid. So let's see. So I will show you maybe. So you see we have like, you always use a little like detective skills, right? So we assume this one will be vertical, right? This one is vertical. We can see, so this vertical parallel lines, and a door here, wall here, it's vertical. So they give us access for vertical. So I can see going here, then I look, okay, so it gives me this angle, and I see somewhere here is a vanishing point. So this is vanishing point. Inside picture or no? What is this? Let me check. Oh, what happened here? Так. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's outside. Kind of here. Maybe if I, yeah, so it's like a vanishing point for y-axis, kind of here. Так, so let's see. Let's do it here. Y-axis. So you see, it's again it's just some interesting scenario for practice. Так. Then same thing we do with x-axis. So I try to make sure where is the parallel lines, not kind of not convex. So I think it's kind of this. And Z, okay, so for Z maybe I can use this line. It looks like presenting this Z. So definitely this wall. Yeah. Okay, so this RZ axis. So this kind of puzzles, they really enhance your kind of perspective, vocabulary, let's say. It's not just like visual library, it's kind of your ability to be more kind of more flexible, more creative with perspective. Так, let's see. Now I'll build like a general form of this room. Actually, I should draw like top view. Also, this kind of is definitely 3D model, but me, I have only 2D image, so I just kind of guessing what happening here. Так. Something like this. Is this circle table in the center? Так. Some kind of VIP. VIP apartments. So this kind of windows here. Table like this. Door. Here. It's kind of interesting interesting interior, kind of this like meeting room. It's like party room, work table, and also bed for sleeping. So it's kind of look very rich and poor at the same time. Why you have such VIP room and you sleep here? Weird. It's like not enough money to have extra room for bed. Так. Let's see. So, and here what I will do, like I showed you before with this mug, with a cup. So, if vanishing point for y-axis kind of here, right? You can see, so it's here. Vanishing point. Then look where is vanishing point for these pillars. So kind of here. Maybe. Okay, will be here. So if we see this vanishing point, and so here will be this like an axis. So it's like we have this center line here on which put like this y1 or like okay, 1 y and slash kind of same here. It will be like this axis. So it's mean, I think it's like camera a little tilted. So and then let's see, you make vanishing point for this y slash for all these pillars. So here I have these pillars and I put them to this. Vanishing point. So then let's see. Kind of like this. Maybe I can make it not so high. So, but okay. Very close. And again, it's just because I rebuilding, so I might be a little off this original reference. More important is just have this building practice. Так. Так, so let's put some. Let's make these tables. So, and now I remember, right, like when I draw vertical things, okay, they will follow my initial y-axis, like this table legs and this chair. So first I draw this on the ground, then doing this thing. Так. Chair too big. Cheers here. Hello, Allah, hello, RC. Thank you for feedback. Yeah, I have I plan many more tutorials. Have a lot of, there's many subjects can talk about. Like a lot, you can make a lot of video about motorcycles, about making colors. Also, we'll draw outside. We'll try to make some live video drawing outside to show how I draw. Yeah, also if you became member on YouTube or in a Patreon, you can be in my Discord and kind of show your drawings, ask for feedback, some kind of help with perspective. Yeah. Okay, Daisuke Tajima. Yeah, we'll check it out. Thank you. Thank you, RC. Так. So you see again it's like this sequence from general to particular. So same like I make space and then I make like a surface. It might be a surface like a ground surface, it can be wall. Then I place objects in this on this surface. So it might be like again like ground surface, so I put table on this ground surface. It can be wall, so it's like I move, like I put something on a wall. So like this you really feel like you're making something physical kind of, right? So here I have wall, then I put poster on the wall. Now I have poster on the wall. I can make a drawing on this poster. You see, can like write something there. Same like I have a bed here, right? So I can put something on a bed, like books. So I'm not only drawing lines. I actually feel like I'm really making like a building space, building actual, like a building actual environment. This, like, you know, like this meme, this joke, like what people did before 3D was invented, before like 3D Max was invented, kind of. So this was like your 3D Max. So now I put books on the shelves. So I make this thing first, then I make shelves, and now I put books on the shelves. It's like iterative approach, sequence. This way you can be creative without following sequence, without being like structurally organized, you kind of limit yourself. You restrain kind of your creativity. So this is why we cannot consider drawing or art only as something kind of impulsive or emotional or intuitive. No, it's a lot kind of analytical part in it, a lot of thinking part here, and this thinking part is make you able to be intuitive and to be kind of to make your emotions useful, kind of, you know. Like I was a teacher in Hong Kong, and I have student like she was study for a couple years already from other teacher, and this class I was kind of substitute teacher for her, and she was painting like Monet landscape. You know, it's like Monet is there, it's like all this stuff like very much abstraction and all these patterns and textures in its works, right? But I was told like, okay, I say you need to see like kind of analysis kind of work what you do, right? So I say like, what you see in this picture, you see like beach, hill, this then like cliff, and this like water. Then when you look on the water, what you see in the water, we see waves, we see like a foam, this like foam when like waves hitting this beach, kind of, right? Then we can look at waves, like what is elements of waves, because if you want to paint waves, like you look elements of it. So there is like shadow, reflection, and this stuff. Like when then we look on a ground, we look on this like surface there. What do you see there? What makes this surface? Okay, so there is grass, there's like barren earth, then there we can see some particular like grass, we see just like a color stains, this kind of stuff. And I kind of like, you know, explaining this, which is like very basic sounds for me, because it's obvious, kind of, you know, you cannot draw something if you don't know what are you drawing. But she look at me like this, like say like, wow, how you can see so many stuff, you know, like nobody teach her before this stuff. And I was kind of, what's they're doing then here? Like, what can you teach then? Just like copy colors, you know, just like copy this color, put here. Like, oh, I see this, I could put here. It's not education, it's not learning at all. And you are not artist if you don't understand what are you doing, what are you actually drawing. At least on such basic level, you know, like when you're like, I draw in table or I draw in dog, you know, it should be different, kind of. so it's kind of surprising, like how common kind of this delusion when people like consider art is just like feelings and like you need to, like, oh, you have this busy life, you have hard work, or you're like, your parents, you think your children like study hard, but now after all these classes they can go to art class, so they can finally shut down their brain and just enjoy process being artist, because artists don't need to think. Say, seriously? Yeah, like everything else, right? Like builders, I see this like football players, they just running like this, like on a field punching balls. I don't see it's like these guys, they're like don't thinking at all, just like, oh, punching ball on the field. It's like making buildings, like, oh, I have some bricks, let's make a building. How many floor you want? I don't know, let's see how it goes. Yeah, man. I feel today I want to make like 5-floor building. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's go. It's like, oh, I'm not sure we're doing it right, man. Is this proper way to build a 5-floor building? It's like, oh man, you think too much. Off your brain. Yeah, let's make buildings. It's like, hey, there is football player, start to thinking. Give him red card. Off your brain. Disqualification. Yeah, thank you. Так. Так. I can do one more chair here. So we need to think, and thinking in a creative kind of work is very essential, and to enjoy process also requires thinking. Like when you're in a zone or you're fluent, it's not like you're not thinking. No, it means you already kind of thinking. It's like it's like you're already so much into such work, so you can thinking without being aware of thinking process, kind of. It's like thinking process happen when you even don't aware about it, kind of. And this thinking process is effective because you have experience. If you don't have experience, no, you don't have effective thinking process, so you cannot be kind of in a productive zone state, kind of. Your zone state will give you some kind of childish quality work. And this childish quality work, okay, when it's kind of toddler level, so you just put all this abstract stuff, but it's unacceptable when you like want to make something grown up. Then you just draw in like symbols. You just draw in like circle for a sun, this like symbol of a house. So you need to install kind of professional thinking program in your brain. Then when you install this program, you can go into flow state, and you will see how this program start to executing even without your awareness, kind of. But still, sometimes, it's some kind of like autopilot in the car. So you see, it's already trained. You already train your brain to fix to fix a lot of tasks. Hello, Longy. But sometimes you still can look road, right? And you see like, oh, better I will take wheel on my hands and manage it myself. I don't want to trust this complicated situation to my trained algorithm, to my program in my brain, So, but to be able kind of work fluently and don't not be overwhelmed, so you think about all stuff. You train in your automative program, and you see how so often your brain just working on a lot of stuff automatically. Just your brain already know how to do it. So, and it's very interesting and very important to understand too. That's why we slowly practice in basics, essentials. We're making them automatic. So it's like for you, no problem to draw square and circle, right? So then for you will be like same natural and easy to draw box and sphere. So like kind of, you know, it will be feels natural, like a speak, and etc etc. Draw in space, put this stuff in a space. It became natural, like you watch Kim Jong-gi when he just draw reality, you know, like draw in space, people working there, communicating, doing all this stuff, because he drawn it so many times, and he making this like very hard throughout, like practice of all this stuff without cutting corners. And then when you have such strong complex autopilot professional trained, it's kind of AI, yeah, like this call default brain mode, default system. So you, like AI, you train your default system in your brain, you train it with the professional skills. So, and then when you have it so professional, like strong default system, your creative process looks like this, like you're consciously, your focus on your very creative goal. You focus on what kind of feeling you want to deliver, what kind of idea and you know, atmosphere, message kind of in your work, and you focus on delivering this message. And instead of worrying about how to make correct perspective, it became like so basic in this stage, so you don't even need to think about much. Now your brain resources free and can be engaged in something much higher task, much more important task. It's like how to make impact, right? So how to make this strong impact on a viewer, so he will feel exactly what you want make him to feel. And unless you will have strong foundations, unless you train your default system in your brain, you will not able to do this, because you will all the time you will be distracted about mistakes in your drawings. It's like, oh, I cannot draw this table. You know? So you want to make like super awesome picture, but table looks not realistic, you know. So yeah, because it's a sign you need to more work on your foundations. This how it works. Yeah. So I mean, and there, what is interesting and kind of what is important to understand about Kim Jong-gi skill and perspective, like all of this is trained. You can see, like from his early work looks like average. Like everybody has this stage when he's like very stiff, and this like a very hard elaborated. You don't see like genius fluency there. No, it looks like very hard work, you know. And then when he been like working like a machine, you know, because he is special forces, you know, he has this discipline and dedication, so he just work, like Mike Tyson going to a gym to train, make all these trainings, you know, in the boxing. Same this attitude like Kim Jong-gi get to his foundations. This is why, and we see result. It's kind of perfect example of this idea of how it works. Yeah, drawing is matrix and all this stuff. Okay, so here also similar similar scenario. We have vertical and we have tilted, this kind of surface here, like this cup. Let's draw it. Yeah, art have very strong bond between reality, between like real life. If we look inside real life and see how much art inside the real life, it's kind of hard to say how much is real and how much is artificial. Like it's like everything around us, it's artificial concepts. It's kind of it's kind of products of this art, you know. So you make art based on reality, and our reality actually is based on art. And like I say, like it's a top level of creative thinking. Is thinking like this, like you're working, you're making reality. You want to influence real world with your art. You're not just want to impress some guys in social media or gather your fan base or whatever. No, it's kind of primitive. It's like if you think Taylor Swift and Lady Gaga is about making fan base, oh, you totally, you're far from reality. It's all political. It's all politics. It's politics, and more than that, for these people, it's also occultism. Their like belief in kind of mystical war, like holy war kind of thing. So you will surprise kind of when you will find this out. Так. And when you look Matrix, you think it's just some cool idea. Some dudes make some cool idea. Oh, it's also kind of too simple. Так. It's not just funny idea. Так. Let's see. So here kind of have vanishing point for y-axis. So like for me, you know, like when we see like, you know, temples, European temples, my god, this looks so amazing. You know, this like grace of like how they make this form. And this is a religious environment. It's not just pretty objects, you know. So it's kind of interesting, kind of much, you know, like this kind of much higher level of understanding like what is the function of art. Так, so let's see. And here this Z. Interesting. Так. It's kind of interesting. Okay, I see. So what he doing here? So this will be Z. This X, let's see. Whoop. Date. Because I look for a Z on this table. So you see we have this kind of direction here. Так. So, if talking about yeah, like stories or like this Matrix, for example, right? It's very old narrative. It's not new idea. It's very old narrative, and this kind of narrative is also like some kind of, how to say, так, wait a second, so we see Y here. So if Y here, then this just little higher kind of here will be vanishing point for tilted surface. Так. Like Rammstein, let's say Rammstein, they are kind of occultist from, there's like it was like a German occult society called like Saturn, like something Saturn, and they're like using this symbology in their video. They have these like representations. Так. So. And this kind of explain a lot about their content. Так. Так. So if this one Y, vanishing point for Y perspective, maybe like a little higher here. Так. Or no, let's this, I think it's too strong. Let's this be this perspective for these windows, otherwise it's really too much. Yeah, and the Y will be here. So, like this. This looks too complicated. Let's show it some more obvious. Так. Okay, we'll keep it here. Then let's see. So from here to here will be 2 subdivision. So this table is following this. Perspective. Yeah, so this Y here, and this Y is like for table here, for this wall, so it stands, let's say, Y, right? So this Y here, and this Z axis here, this one, it's a Z. So let's say here this box, and this X grid, right? So here this X is go like this. It's kind of here. So all parallel vertical lines, they go to this Y vanishing point. So these lines, they're parallel, they're vertical, they're not inclined, they're not tilted. But then I have these frames, like a window frame here, is tilted. So it means their vanishing points, like instead of going to vanishing point here, is going higher, to vanishing point higher. So we kind of have tilted surface. So here you see this Y and this second vanishing point for this one. So a table going to Y, and all objects with vertical lines, they'll go to Y. Like this chair. Так, so let's see here. Так. Yeah, so as you see, it's kind of new skill unlocked. Just that's why we need to break down some interesting reference, because you see like, oh, I never did something like this before, right? I never even like imagined to draw such an kind of scenario. And then when you copy it, you really start to learn how to do it, and you start to think like, I can do something similar. Так. Let's see. So here. So again, like if you make 3 vanishing point perspective, these lines, this vertical lines, they feels like they're converging or like they're tilted, right? But they're actually vertical, right? So it's one moment here. Then next question, how in this perspective you will show actually tilted surface, right? So to show tilted surface in such perspective, it will be relative, because it's already look like they're tilted. So it's kind of illusion. It's it's kind of visual illusion, right? So to make actually tilted surface, it will be tilted relatively to these vertical lines. So, and to do this, we need to make like a vanishing point for them somewhere higher. So then let's say this will be tilted, or here is tilted surface. This vertical and this tilted, because this tilted go into this vanishing point. So this is what I'm doing here. Yeah. Так. So, and all you need to do is just make sure you're not confused, you're not mistake kind of this vanishing point. And again, just like some practice, and after some practice you will do it easily. You will control kind of this stuff. Let's do. This will become like your default like autopilot. It's like your natural AI. You're training it, and now it's work automatically, so you don't need to. You can check it from time to time, make sure it's doing work correct, but and most of time it's already doing it itself. Так. earthquake. Так, here's this funny globus. So here y. So kind of make a little more simple version of this stuff. Don't want to draw all these details, and don't see a reason for it. Not so important. Так. Table here. No, when you have perspective grid, when you have like proper structure, perspective kind of construction, drawing details became fun. It's just fun. It's like I say, you have space and perspective, and then you just fill it with objects. Like it's like if you're playing some kind of Sims or SimCity, it doesn't feel hard. You still need to kind of be careful, make sure you not mistake, kind of you not like you're going towards right vanishing point. But again, like more you practice, less you need to kind of double check yourself. It will be more like when you drive car, and you already start to automatically like check surroundings, look at your speedometer, look in your mirrors, look like pedestrians, cars on the road. Like you just start doing it like automatically. Same with perspective. And certain stage, after some practice, it's just like a driving car. It feels like natural, and it's still kind of like maybe tiresome. It's not like totally effortless. But like I say, like in driving car, when you have enough experience, you don't thinking about how to drive. You're thinking about where you go, like where to turn, and kind of you're more responsive if something kind of extraordinary happen, let's say, right? Like you have more brain resource to see what happened, and kind of or maybe even like your reaction will be also automated, because in this can be life-saving, because if you will think, it will be too slow, but automatic reaction will be like almost instant. It will just move. So like I say, you see, this is what I'm doing. I train in my brain. I train in this professional default system. So my brain will have this like highly sophisticated and professional program, kind of automatic program in it. So when I actually draw for my kind of illustration or comic book, I have much more fluency. And not only fluency, now I will able to draw kind of tilted surfaces, let's say. Drop some stuff. Like somebody drop remote control, some battery, AAA battery. Oh, here let's draw. Look. Some Earth. Well, anyway, kind of this. Yeah, building habit. It's habit. Like we can have habit watch phone in the morning, or we can have habit go to run in the morning. And these people who have habit run in the morning, they really feel like they want it and they need it. Like oh, I really need to go to run. You know, wake up and already want to run. Kind of addiction, kind of. So habit, it's always element of addiction in a habit. Let's see. And at first you are afraid of perspective, it make you nervous and tired, but then you became addicted and you really want to make some kind of complex, challenging, you know, kind of scenario. You want to draw a lot of different details, all these objects. You want to see how can you place all this in a space. So it's like Aristotle, maybe he say, like he say, like if you if you make habit, like how it's called, you see the habit and you saw character. So like when you make habit, you make your own character, because who we are is kind of what kind of habits we have. If you have habit to tell people kind of to be rude, like kind of, okay, you're kind of rude character. If you have habit to smile and say like good morning, like wish you a good day, it's just kind of habit, you know. You kind of have this character, right? People will think and you will feel yourself like you're such person who usually doing such things. And it's interesting, like realizing that it's kind of skill and the habit is kind of same thing, right? You can train yourself, you can like any skill, you just first you try, then you repeat, then you maintain, kind of, and then you cannot stop. After you just keep doing it because you cannot stop. And same opposite, if you want to get rid of habit, like you don't like some bad habit, you just need to stop. Just stop doing it. Just so. And first it will feel unnatural, uncomfortable, and more it will feel like it's something normal to do, and more afterwards you will feel like it's totally you. You will not imagine anymore like how can you do this. It will be like, no, I cannot do such thing anymore, because I kind of I've been ignoring kind of this thing, this kind of activity for so long time, so I cannot imagine anymore I can do something like that, you know. Very interesting, very simple thing. And then we can say it's hard to do, easy to say. Yeah, and the same for everyone. So eventually we can see somebody, they just do it, or they stop doing it, and somebody not. Just so, all difference, no, nothing more, no talent, no, not kind of resources, no need anything, just do or not. So you practice perspective, or you not practice. More you practice, so like now, let's say now it's hard for you. No, now imagine after year of practice it will be easy for you, and you go in there. So and start going there, and you will be there. Just so. Just and you don't need subscribe it, you don't need give anyone anything for this. It's totally your own decision. You want to do it, then do it. Do it. But you can become a member of my channel to show your gratitude and to join, to become like early member of our Perspective Maniac community. And everybody now on early stage who will become member, yeah, we will be like definitely like have much closer relationship than after 1 year or after 3 years, when it will be like a lot of people. My channel will be like 1 million subscribers, you know, and I will have no time to talk with anyone, and this will be not so close, small community anymore. But now you can be in the beginning of this community. And like you see, I'm kind of very kind of open. I don't want it to be like I give you something for money, no, I just kind of, I tell you everything I find. I kind of sharing stuff. So it's really just kind of friendly artist, let's say passionate and eager for improvement artist atmosphere, kind of environment I want to make here. So yeah, you can contribute to it with your kind of subscription, like membership to this channel, or Patreon, kind of became Patreon on my Patreon. Cool. Yeah, thank you, Nani. Yeah, but anyway, like it's up to you. Feel free when you want, if you have opportunity to join payment. Yeah, so, and I'm glad you writing me kind of comments, all this stuff. Very cool. Just have communication in this bridge, international bridge. So because like I just want to talk with somebody about this difficult and advanced drawing stuff, because I've been working teaching for so long, you know, and always you teach beginners and they always need same stuff, same beginner stuff, you know, or like when you teach people who drawing for hobby, it's even more boring. It's so boring, you know. It's like, oh, it's like you're working, like you want, like I wish work in university, but instead I work in a kindergarten. Like what kind of skill you can teach for children in kindergarten? It's totally different. So I appreciate you kind of engage and communicate here with me. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I think see you next video. Let's stop here today. Afraid my phone will be all off.